Fellas, say goodbye to Chuck Sherman the boy. I am now a man. I highly recommend you join the club. We are doing the wild thing all night.
Acid house music.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sherm.
Sherman, I cook all this food. Is that all you gonna eat?
General Sherman realized and understood the importance of house music.
So, do you know anything about techno?
No.
Listen.
Yo, what's good, everyone, and welcome back to another brand new episode of Sherm in the Booth. I'm, of course, your host, Sherm, and today is Wednesday, December 22nd, 2021, and this is episode 190. It is the most wonderful time of the year, which means I have the most wonderful guests on for this episode. Episode 190 features the amazing DJ producer, HoneyLuv. Taylor caught my ear after her first release, Free, earlier this year, and since then I've become such a massive fan. She's a special talent in this industry and it was amazing getting her full story. In episode 190, we got it all in and started by talking about her journey into music. Taylor was raised in Cleveland, Ohio, and her mom always had 90s dance music playing when she was growing up. She pursued NCAA basketball in college, but eventually moved to Southern California to join the Navy in hopes of traveling the world. However, dance music was calling her name. She started pursuing a career in music as a DJ and a producer. HoneyLuv was launched, and she hasn't looked back since. We, of course, ran through the HoneyLuv discography. Now, although she's only been releasing music since early 2021, every record she's put out has some serious personality to it. With tracks like Perfect Energy with Maniacs, Pain, and Paradise with Hugo Cantarra and Omen via Thrive Music, there's no denying that HoneyLuv's sound is here to stay. I had so much fun talking through the inspiration behind her music. I also love talking to her about DJ life. One of the main reasons Taylor got into music was to give herself the ability to travel the globe and share her music with the world. In just 1 year, she's already played at EDC Las Vegas, the Brooklyn Mirage in New York City, Seismic in Austin, Texas, Echostage in Washington, D.C., and already is booked for Lightning in a Bottle next year in Southern California. I'm sure it won't be long until she's found herself in Ibiza, maybe permanently. You keep crushing it, HoneyLuv. Taylor is a truly inspirational person on many levels. She is someone who genuinely wants to give back to the music community and is already a role model for so many people. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and I cannot wait to meet you in person someday soon. Let's get into it right now so you guys can hear her story for yourselves. This is episode 190 with HoneyLuv. Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and welcome to a very special episode of Sherm in the Booth. It's still Christmas here in Chicago. It's Christmas out there in Los Angeles. And we've got a very special guest today. She goes by the name of HoneyLuv. And HoneyLuv, I got to tell you right now, I'm one of your biggest fans, and that's a fact.
Oh, thank you. And what's up, guys? How's everyone doing?
It's a pleasure to have you on the podcast. We're like over 5 years into this, and this is episode 190, I think. And honestly, I don't think it could come at a better time for either of us because you are blowing up right now, and it's just been so much fun watching you over the course of the year. So congratulations to you first and foremost.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's been a wild ride for sure.
Fastest year of your life, I bet, right?
Yes.
Fastest year of everybody's lives, but especially yours. You've been traveling a lot, DJing a lot. You sleep still? I mean, when do you?
No, I definitely will. A lot of people, if you know, when I'm on the road, everyone's trying to keep me out there, like, and I'm trying to go to sleep, but I'm like, it's so hard. But I usually just stay out and then I just suffer the next day.
Yeah, suffer is the right word, right?
Yes.
Gosh, I know. And in the house music scene too, there's some savages. Like, there's no other word for it. Like,
I know there is. I don't know how they do it. I'm like, oh, you're not gonna last long doing that.
Well, then they don't show themselves for a week. Like, I just asked my friend who was at Art Basel. I'm like, how long does it take to really recover from Miami? And I was like, the real Miami. He was like, 7 days. You need 24 hours a day, 7 days, no interruption. Then you'll be at 100%. I'm like, 7 days? Dude, I got 7 days?
I feel that after a weekend of just traveling, doing like 3 shows, I'm like, all right, I need a whole week just to decompress. I can only imagine people doing the real Miami, how many days they need.
I know. Have you been to Miami before?
Yeah, I used to go there all the time because I have cousins that live down there. So we would always go out and party.
Oh, that's where they live in Florida, huh?
Miami and Central Florida as well.
Miami is a wild place. I went there for the first time over the summer.
First time?
Yeah, I know. I had a lot of first time experiences this summer. I've been to Vegas, but I did like the
bachelor party Vegas experience. You got to drop your voice like that, And
Yeah.
I had the bachelor party in Miami experience. Yeah. And I was like, God, this is the land of fuckery and debauchery, but that's okay. It's wild people there. It's good times. There's no rules. That's for sure.
It is. Miami does not sleep. That's one city that stays open 24/7.
Straight up. Yeah, I know. And I saw the party that went on at Space there went literally on for 6 days.
I know. I want to play Space so bad. That's on one of my lists.
Oh, you will for sure.
Yes, a place like that. Play when Jamie Jones was playing. I think during the Art Basel weekend, it looked packed. I was like, oh my god, this is such a
packed.
vibe.
Even the booth looks packed. Like everywhere's packed. Like if there's a spot to stand at Space, people will find it.
They will, and that's the party I want to DJ at because that is such a vibe.
I know. I love extended sets too. You play. I feel like usually an hour and a half, 2 hours, right?
Yeah, but I prefer 2 hours plus, if anything. It's an hour, you're just getting warmed up.
An hour, I feel like it's rushed. Even if you're like in a headliner spot, especially with house music too. Like if you're playing tracks, kind of the goal is to play the whole track out because you don't produce thinking, I hope they only play the first drop. Screw the fact.
Yeah, no, I like
drop,
to play a full track out because there's so many different elements and just throughout the whole song, you're like, oh, this is dope. They need to hear this. They need to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hour, you cannot get all that out.
I know. And your productions definitely all kind of have a story with your lyrics and just the composition as a whole. And I'm excited to get into your story and your music and your inspirations. But I always like to start these interviews off with a question. And we talked about this before. You were an NCAA basketball player, and then you became a U.S. Navy sailor, and now you're a DJ producer, right? Yeah. Okay. A lot of questions within that, but I want to know, like, what's something that maybe helped you when you went through NCAA basketball to then joining the Navy to now being a producer? Is there anything in like your daily life that you always think about?
Honestly, what's the word? Determination and hard work. That's really, in all those, you have to be determined to do better. You have to be, motivated to work on yourself, to be a better person. Yeah. So throughout, I feel like that's like the main thing that I carried through each of those, and each of those helped me to the next stage.
So cool. What position do you play in basketball?
Shooting guard.
Woo! You got a 3-pointer shot or what?
Actually, no, it was more like mid-range, and I love driving to the basket and doing like layups because that was my bread and butter there. Like no one could stop me because I was strong, big. Like literally no one could stop me.
Where did you play?
I played at Cincinnati just for not even a year because I had to leave because I was having some issues with my knee because I had torn my ACL twice and I didn't want to. It was rough. So I was like, I don't want to keep playing basketball anymore. So I just left. And then that's when I was like, went back to school to try to finish school, but I was getting bored at home. So I was like, let me go to the military so I can travel the world and then get my school paid for. So I wouldn't have to pay out the pocket anymore.
So you went to Navy then?
Yes.
Wow. What was that like then?
At first I was really, really excited about it, especially when I was in boot camp. We went to Chicago and I was there for like 8 weeks during the summertime. So it was hot.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was a lot of people that weren't used to being away from home. A lot of them were in there. So they were like, this was like new to them. That was like their first time being away from home. But I've always been away from home because of basketball, because I was always traveling.
Right.
But it was cool. Then once I got orders, I found out I had orders to go be stationed in California. And I was like, to me, I don't know, something in my head was like, this is it. Like something is going to happen when you get there. Like something that you like been wanting, your dreams is going to happen when you get there. Because I was the only person in my group that got orders to be in this place called Oxnard, California.
Yeah, of course.
Like 45 minutes from LA.
Yeah.
Only person.
It's beautiful there too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very nice. It's like place where you can raise your family. It's a beach town pretty much.
Yeah, nice.
But I was the only person that got that. And I was like, you know what? Things are happening. Like the universe is telling me something. So I always had that in my mind.
Right.
I was going to do something, but I didn't know what it was. But yeah, then I was there for like 4 years. It was rough 4 years because I was ready to leave. It was just so boring to me because there was nothing for me to do. I wasn't progressing in life the way I wanted to be.
Did you travel like you thought you were going to?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
I traveled on my own though. I took myself and my cousins. We went to Costa Rica, Belize, because that's the stuff I wanted to do. I wanted to go travel and I didn't do that. So that's, I guess, played into the part of it being not such a fun experience for me because that was one of the main reasons why I joined.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, then I got out and actually this past December I got out. So it
when
was
you say
early.
got out, like, is it like, can you just leave? Like you go to school and you serve your time? I mean, how does, I have no idea.
No, I signed a 4-year contract,
Okay.
but it was extended because I got medically discharged because of my knee.
My gosh, how's your knee right now?
Oh, it's fine now because I don't really work out on it too hard. Like I still work out, but I don't do like vigorous workouts like I used to do when I was playing basketball.
Yeah,
I literally cut back on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's been fine. It's been healing. I haven't had really too much issues with it. But yeah, I had to get medically discharged from the military, which I was super happy about. So it was not a sad moment.
That worked out. Yeah, you hear about that. My uncle tells this ridiculous story of when it was the Vietnam War and they were coming around in New York City from house to house, and he knew they were coming the next morning, and he literally was jumping from the couch in the basement that had a like a concrete floor on his knees. He would jump onto his knees, and the next day he had such swollen knees that they said, "We're not taking you."
He's smart. He's so smart.
Yeah, I know. Uncle Norm. Yeah, wait, I know he's listening.
There's so much stuff that people were telling me in the military that I need to do. I'm just like, all right. But then a lot of people got away with it. It's just, but it's all like the system is using you. So you might as well abuse the system as well.
Hey, preach.
Because the military does not get paid anything and they're risking their lives like every day to fight for a country that doesn't even really take care of them like that.
I know, it's backwards.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you definitely learned a lot about yourself, though. Had some time to think.
No, I definitely did. I went through mental, emotional depression all while I was in there, and I was able to like build myself up from, I guess, from the beginning, the ground up. And so like I just always told myself, we're always going to keep positive thoughts. We're always going to focus on things that, you know, bring happiness into my life. And so that's just basically what I did. And then while I was in the military, my friends were like pushing me to DJ. And I was just like, no, like, why would I want to do that? But then they just kept pushing me. So I was like, you know what, I'll try it. So I bought, I can't remember what it was. It was like a small portable DJ thing. And I hooked up to my laptop and I would literally practice every day after work until I felt comfortable to go out and DJ parties. And it literally took me a week. And then my friends were like, oh, you want to DJ this R&B brunch party? I was like, yeah, I will.
Hell yeah.
And then from there, I just kept getting booked for more stuff and more stuff, traveling everywhere. But I was just like, I didn't come into DJing wanting to just do hip hop and R&B. I wanted to play house music.
Right.
Like that was like my ultimate goal because I started off just doing that. But I didn't know anyone in the scene or who to talk to go DJ a house music party.
Totally.
And then
it's intimidating.
Yeah, but I was like, and then see, I'm not the type of person, I'll go out and ask if I have to. Like it doesn't bother me. It was just the fact that I knew no one. No one. And then that's when I was like on Instagram finding people, DMing them, asking them. I was like, oh yeah, come out to this thing, come out to this. I'm like, all right. And I did that.
And that was all in LA?
Yeah.
What's the LA scene like when you're trying to kind of break through? I imagine like, you know, you hear about the stories of LA, and I have a lot of friends that are from there, but it seems like everybody kind of has a little bit different of a perspective and especially a unique come up.
Yeah. The scene here, it's a little different. I know there's like a lot of underground parties, a lot of people parties that people threw at like their houses. It's super underground here. So
yeah, because the places aren't open late, a lot of the venues.
Yeah, nope, a lot of them closed. And that's when a lot of us went to Twitch once, you know, quarantine happened. And that honestly helped me a lot, like a lot, Twitch more than anything. Because then I was able to put myself on this bigger platform, people to see, oh, she does house music. Oh, who's this DJ? So that definitely helped a lot.
For sure. Yeah.
Because I really didn't go through the LA scene as much because of quarantine. Most of us do Twitch.
Oh, okay. So like when did you, I guess, leave the military then? Was that late 2019?
Oh no, it was December.
A year ago?
Yeah, almost.
Oh, geez.
I was officially out of the military. Don't have to report to anybody. December 12th, 2020.
A momentous day in HoneyLuv history.
Yes. And I was so happy. I was like, honestly, I just felt like a whole new person. And I was just ready and determined. I'm like, I'm going to do this and no one's going to stop me.
I love your energy.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I can feel it. I can feel it right now. I'm like smiling. Like I'm a little giddy. I'm like, damn, this girl knows what she wants in life.
I do. I definitely do. And I know I'd have to work for it. I know that.
That's awesome. I want to backtrack a little bit too, because I saw that you were making your name as a DJ, right? But you found yourself doing guest DJ sets on Celebrity Trainers. Corey Caliette's It's a Lifestyle show?
Yeah, he's Michael B. Jordan's trainer. So he trained Michael B. Jordan for all his like fighting movies.
Damn, I need him really bad. I got IPA belly, Taylor. I need some help.
No, he is the real deal. And I forgot how we met. I think through Instagram, he hit me up and he was like, I have this show on Dash Radio. I'd love for you to come spin.
Sick.
Sure. And I did. And I went down to the studio in Hollywood. We did a whole show. I did an interview as well. And then I got to spend for like 30 minutes. And they were just like blown away. So it was just dope. That was just another statement, like a moment in my life where I was like, okay, I'm actually doing what I need to do.
Yeah. Was that a house set?
No, it was mostly just hip hop and R&B.
You know, I feel like, and not to fast forward again into your productions, but you definitely have a lot of hip hop influence in terms of percussion. I noticed. I mean, obviously you want to be a house producer and a house DJ, but these days people are fusing together genres in so many different ways. What role does like hip hop play in your life then when it comes to production?
I do know hip hop has like a lot of hard hitting like bass and kick sounds, and that's what I try to, incorporate into my productions as well. So that's like really the main elements that I really take from it. And here and there, like the different drum patterns that hip hop uses, I try to implement in production as well.
Totally.
Everyone loves hip hop. It's like universal.
Everyone does love hip hop. Yeah. I remember I was thinking back on this recently, talking to one of my friends, when you're like, first get your iPod and you're riding the bus to school, I'm like in 5th grade and I'm just this like little kid in the back and I'm listening to like 50 Cent, Many Men.
Yep. Exactly.
I don't know what the hell he's talking about, but this beat is sick.
Yep.
I wouldn't call that dance music or electronic music, but like it all comes from the same factory.
It does. And all these people are using lyrics to put in their house music songs too. So
yeah. And it's so cool to see like where we're at now, especially in house music. Like there's no rules, there's no limits to it.
No, there isn't.
Whatever we want. And I think especially during lockdown, people's willingness and really having the time to collaborate, it just blew up, right?
Yep.
Like you see people collaborating from all over the world, people that you might have thought were in different scenes. And I don't know, it's just like, it's so exciting right now to be in music, period.
Oh, it really is. Because I've collaborated with a lot of people overseas I haven't met yet, but they're like, oh my God, you're so dope. We want to work with you. And I'm just
right.
Like,
isn't that awesome?
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm like, I want to work with people like that. Like, I'm so down to do it.
Same thing happened with my podcast. I mostly did in-person interviews in Chicago because
I
love that, but obviously couldn't do that in 2020. So I started interviewing people outside of Chicago, in New York, LA, Miami, Texas. And then I did Europe, then I did South America, then I did Canada, then I did Mexico. And all these internet friends, I feel like I want them all to come to my wedding next summer.
No, that's how I feel. Cause like I talk to them all the time, like, oh, I can't wait to come to your country. Like, yes, we'll take care of you. I'm like, yes. Because I just love being around different cultures and traveling. So
yeah, and there's nothing better than getting introduced to the community by a local. That's the number one thing.
Big facts.
Right?
Yes.
It's true. The internet, it's a very powerful tool, and there's definitely a lot of things that come along with it. To put it nicely, but my favorite part about it is just got to be how you can connect with people.
Yep. It's definitely. And you use it wisely.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So
I want to get into your music. So you were mentioning you have been a DJ for a few years now, obviously. When did you like catch the production bug, or when did you decide I want to start producing? Because you DJ'd before you produced, it sounds like.
Well, I actually did production when I was in high school, but it was mostly hip hop. I was doing like write lyrics, and then I would create beats on this like portable beat machine I had. And I always just make up stuff, but that was short lived because basketball took over, so I just never went back to it.
Right.
So it's funny how things full circle.
Yeah.
Back to it now this year. And so once I got out the military, I went to production school just to refresh also my mind and to learn like these softwares that people are using, which I got a hang of like really quick. Mm-hmm. And then I was able to, start working on my own stuff and then collaborating with other producers to help me just in case things I wasn't, because I'm still new. So they're like helping me, make sure I have everything right and like it sounds good, and also teaching me as well.
Nice. That's awesome. So you loved it immediately. Did you know you wanted to do house, or did you kind of go in like, let's call it day one and say, I'm just going to figure it out and see what happens? Or did you have it already?
I knew I wanted to do house music. I knew I did. Yeah.
I'm glad you did.
I was just like, it's just beats, it's just instrumentals. And I just love instrumentals.
Right. Yeah. And the famous Roland Clark, who we mentioned before, he said that Taylor's like a sponge, and obviously you love it, but you know that you have to put in the work to learn. I mean, again, you're someone that's committed fully to things when you do it. Basketball, you literally gave yourself an ACL injury. No offense.
Twice.
Yeah.
The first time.
Like, you committed. And obviously your commitment to the military was the same as everything else. And now your commitment to music. That's why I'm like, either get on the ride or get the fuck off. Cause like, you're going for it.
No, I am. And it's been working, honestly. So I must be doing something right.
It's amazing. Good for you. First track you released though was Free. Is that correct?
Yes.
Free came out 2020. What time of year did it come out last year?
April
2020. It's my favorite track.
Actually, no, April 2021.
2021, right? Dude,
yes.
I can't sometimes tell the difference between earlier this year and last year.
I know. It's all the same. It's all a blur.
It's really bad, but thanks for sharing that moment with me.
I know you know. I am the same way. It's all a blur.
Yeah, because I mean, this year, because March 2021, in a weird way, had a lot of similarities to March 2020. So
Yep.
Nobody knew what was going on. But anyway, I'm happy to be here now in December 2021.
Amen to that.
Yeah. But I'm so glad it was your first track. It's clearly a standout track and it has a unique sound.
All right, let's check out HoneyLuv's first release. This one's called Free off Pop Gang Records.
Free the people, free your soul, free your mind, just like love.
Did you have other works in progress, or how did this end up being your first?
Well, no, I had met with these guys who run Pop Gang Records.
Yeah, you do a lot with them.
Yeah, and I freaking love them. I guess I did a mix at Dawes Kill, and I met one of the guys named Jordan.
Okay.
We just connected, and he was like, "Oh, I would love to help you put out your first song." I was like, "Yeah, I've been trying to figure out how does all this work? I know what I want. I know the type of sounds I want." So I just went to the studio with them, and we were just messing around with different stuff, putting stuff together. And then the Free came about, and we posted it. I didn't think it was gonna do anything crazy. I'm just a new DJ. No one really, I don't know how it works. So I was just surprised from all the support that it gained, and how people were able to find me off of that. I was like, oh, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's wait, what? You know my song, you know who I am. So it's just, it was a moment for sure. But
awesome.
Yeah, it's a great track.
It is a great track. And the lyrics, so simple yet elegant. Free the people, free your soul, free your mind, just let go.
Yes. Right?
That's traditional house right there, Taylor. You hit it on the head, for real. I had that stuck in my head. It's like a Bible verse. I literally, the week after I heard it, I was like, what am I singing in my head right now? Oh yeah, it's that HoneyLuv track. What is wrong with me? It's good. I was
the time. They just say it out of nowhere.
Right? It's awesome. And again, it's a testament to really musical influence that have played a big part in your life. You said your mom listened to a lot of 90s dance music and house music, your piano riffs in that.
Yes.
Right?
Fire. That's all. That's what I want to incorporate it all in. And I try any way I can.
Yeah. And seriously, as a DJ, I mentioned this before too earlier, very versatile track.
Yeah.
And it's really hard, I feel sometimes, to tiptoe that line of streamable and playable.
True.
And it can be very difficult to do because I think a lot of tracks aren't necessarily produced to be streamable.
True.
Maybe if it's for synchronization or something for a TV show. But I think when you're a producer, at least my style, I want to play that live, right?
Sure, yeah.
So sometimes you don't know, sometimes the best live tracks, they aren't doing well on Spotify, but that doesn't define a song's success or an artist's success.
I don't either. I don't even look at that. Honestly, I look at the shows. If I'm getting booked for shows, that means something to me. I love that because I love DJing. That's the only reason I got into it, just to DJ. So if I'm able to play shows, I'm happy.
Well, that's great to hear because I think a lot of producers that are trying to come up or DJs that are trying to come up think they have to really focus more on one or the other. But
You can
I
just
think
do
it's clear you just got to have your thing and stick to it.
Yep. And I love DJing live shows. That's my thing.
You
Love it.
You look cool as hell up there too, dude. I mean, how many styles can you put your hair in? I feel like every picture I'm like, damn, that looks cooler than the last one.
I know it's so much, and I think it's just I'm not doing too many other styles, but my friends like, oh no, you need to do more. So I'm like, all right. So a lot more crazy things will be happening next year for sure.
Oh, shit. You think you can do anything with this? I mean,
I barely do my own hair. I hire my friends to do it.
Thank you once again for being honest with me, because I've got a guy, Jose Luis, been going to him every 2 weeks for the past 5 years. And without him taking care of my facial hair and hair,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be sitting here right now. It helps so much when you feel good. You
And
look
when
good.
you look good. Yep.
When you look good, you feel good. When I feel good, I look good.
That's why I'd rather just pay somebody to do it for me.
Take notes, people.
I know. I'd rather not be stressed. And I have a lot of hair too, so I do not want to deal with this. I just let them deal with it.
It's good to hear.
Yeah.
It looks cool. It looks cool. It definitely helps your live performance too, because it's just like you got an energy to you up there. I cannot wait to see you live in person. I'm sure you're gonna be coming to Chicago next summer. I mean, I'll get you here if I have to too.
Say less. We might have some Chicago things in the works. I don't know yet, because so much stuff just comes in randomly every day.
Well, I'm your local who's gonna show you around.
Please. And I love Chicago too, because I've only been there a few times.
Yeah, it's a great city. I love it here. It's got so much history and music, the food, the people, so many different neighborhoods. Like I just went to a friend's engagement party in Southside Irish Chicago at this dive bar. All we ate was fried food and beer. And then I go up to the north side of Chicago to go see live blues. And these guys are playing like literally live guitar, saxophone, trumpet. I mean, you can get it all in one night. And then I probably could have gone to the techno club. It's like,
Oh, that's so lit.
I mean,
I haven't experienced all that. I only went to Tao, and then I was like, all right, that was it.
boo.
I know. I was only there for a night. That's the only last time I remember being in Chicago.
Okay. All right. Well, if you come, promise, give me a half day leading up into the show. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Say
All right,
less.
deal. Okay.
I always come a day early anyway to any new city that I go to, just so I can go explore.
Oh, I love that. Hell
Yeah.
yeah. I do that too. Got to get the experience.
I will come a day early just to go eat and look around.
Good. Hell yeah. And get your mind right too, obviously.
Yes.
Gotta get your mind right. Hell yeah. Okay, next track I want to ask you about. This one is so sick. Perfect Energy with Maniacs.
All right, let's check this one out together. It's called Perfect Energy by Maniacs and HoneyLuv off Pop Gang Records.
This perfect energy. I love your. This perfect. 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 I love your energy.
Oh,
Is
yes.
This one, like production wise, I mean, did you just do the lyrics on
I
it?
just
Or you-
did the lyrics on it. It's the same guys. They run that run Pop Gang Records.
It's so cool. Like
It's your vibe.
that track evolves and your voice on it like really brought it all together. Did you have that? Like, what was the process? Like, then they send you the composition, you came up
Yeah, we were
with the
just in the
lyrics.
studio and they were like, we have this song, we would love to have your vocals on. I was like, okay. And then I just came up with, I think they helped with the lyrics as well too. I can't remember, it was so long ago.
Mm.
But yeah, we just tracked it down because like we love your voice. It just will be perfect on this track. And so we
Yeah.
just did it right then and there.
It's awesome. Where do you come up with your inspiration for even something like Free or Perfect Energy? And I mean, some of these other ones we're going to talk about.
Free was from, I know, just like all the things that were going on around the world, like people like, just like with all the issues that we deal with in daily life. It was just like free your mind, like be open to things. Don't just let go. Like that's why I was like putting those lyrics down, because I feel like people are so afraid to be themselves. People are always worried about everybody else. You just like worry about yourself and just that's it.
Just like
just vibe.
I love your energy, your perfect energy. I mean, seriously, like you're like they all get stuck in my head. So and it's cool because like I love lyricists and songwriters that really speak from true experience. It's not like people that are trying to copy a fad or something that's going well. I mean, that always resonates sometimes with a smaller audience, but I'd rather make a larger impact on a smaller group of people than a smaller impact on a larger group of people.
Right. That's very true. And I'm all about sending out messages too, because people need to hear it.
Yeah. And I think that's another tough thing about being an artist in music. We all want to make it big. We want to be playing on the biggest stages we can and having 1 million fans and 1 million streams and blah, blah, blah. But I don't know if that happens, it can be pretty short lived. So you'd rather ride it out with the people that believe in you most over the course of time. Like a lot of people that are listening to this episode right now, they've been fans of the podcast for a long time. And it means so much to me. Like this year when people were doing their Spotify Wraps and they're like, Sherman the Booth is my number one podcast. So I'm like, you are kidding me. That's not true. So and they're like, no, I listen to 2,800 minutes. I'm like, 2,800 minutes of my fucking squeaky ass voice, bro. That's are you kidding me?
That's so dope though. See, it just shows like people are watching you. They're like looking up to you and looking to you.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people, I think Deadmau5 gets a bad rap because he is a funny guy, how he puts himself out there, but he's someone who said a long time ago, if my music makes an impact on just one person, then it's worth it to me.
Exactly. No, that's very true. Very true.
Right. That's how I feel about it too. So
no, I do. And that's why I said like, my form of success of it all, honestly, is just me traveling. Like if I can go to Europe and play and DJ, I'll be so happy. Like that's all I really want. I don't really need the big bright lights and everything, which I know it's probably going to happen with everything, how it's going, but that's not why I do it.
Yeah, for sure.
Travel and go dance and bring good vibes to everyone.
I mean, it can be, I don't want to say selfish, maybe it's not the right word, but like do it for yourself. Like you have to love what you're doing and you got to love what you're doing. You can't be doing it for anybody else. Because that's what people really get on with, right? Like someone who's obviously happy without anybody else's consent of them being happy.
Yeah. And that's all that matters. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Write that down too, baby. That's the next lyrics.
Literally.
Awesome. So cool. So you did this refreak, the HoneyLuv refreak of Brandon Lucas Love No Limit. First off, I wish I could call remixes refreaks because that's way cooler than saying remix.
I know, I'm glad because I think Brandon came up with that name. I was like, I actually gonna start using that for whenever I do remixes, just call it a refreak.
Dude, my branding bone just went off.
I know.
Like, that is legit. That is so legit, but it's all you. It's all you. How did you approach this remix versus obviously your own original compositions?
Brandon had sent it to me and he wanted me to like give him like inputs on it because I was like, oh, this is a dope track. He was like, yeah, let's do like some vocals and stuff on it. So I gave him a few vocals, we implemented in, talked about some of the arrangement with the track as well. Mm-hmm. But it was just like when we were just, because he's more of a vocalist as well.
Okay.
So yeah, we just came together on that just to redo with me and him for his original track that he already had out. And it was super sexy and vibey, like, because that's what our like vibe is. So it's very, how do you say, dark and sexy.
It's a futuristic club track to me.
Yeah.
You know, like I think when people think about club music, they think about like either straight darkness and techno, right? Or they think about like really, I don't want to say aggressive, but like aggressive, like electro beats, you know what I mean? And like big room, progressive, like whatever. And I think, again, you like really tiptoe the line with this track. Like it's dark, it's deep, it's sexy, but it's raw, it's authentic, and it's relatable. And again, like this one has your hip hop and R&B experience in there. Like I really heard the percussion in this one.
Yeah.
So cool. Just like top to bottom. Great job.
Well, that's me and Brandon because Brandon knows the background as well. So it's like we all just came together. Sick. So it's always good when you have someone else who like understands that hip hop background and can implement it as well. Because it's always going to be a dope track, always.
Shout out to Brandon Lucas then, eh?
Yes.
Okay, Brandon.
Boy, he's super dope. You guys should check him out. He's a dope singer. Really, he's so long.
Cool. Is he in LA too?
Yeah, he is. He actually just moved out here closer to me too. So yeah, he's here, and I think he lives in Hollywood right now.
Is it like, are there, I mean, I feel like a lot of people live in LA, right, that are music producers, but it seems like a lot of people stop in to LA and meet up and produce. Are you doing a lot of these collaborations or at least production time in person?
Majority of them have been online because
Oh,
it's been
really?
mostly with people over in Europe. I haven't really done.
Yeah.
I've done 1 or 2 collaborations here in LA, but mostly all of them have been online.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, because my management team that I work with, they have me in like these sessions, so I always go online and we start working on tracks together.
But that is true about LA, right? There's a lot of people out there in the music scene.
No, it is. There's a lot of people. I didn't know they even lived here. Like I recently found out Chris Lake lives here, and I was like, oh, really? I didn't know that.
Does he?
Yeah,
That's cool.
he lives in the Valley. So a lot of these producers do live here in LA, and I didn't even know.
Where do you live in LA?
I live downtown near Staples Center.
Nice. Well, it's not the Staples Center anymore, isn't it?
No, it's some crypto.com crap.
Dude, that's not cool, man. I'm a
It's
Kobe
so
Bryant
whack.
fan. Like, that's the Staples Center.
It's so whack. I don't know why they did that.
God damn.
Like it's a staple of freaking Los Angeles. And
I didn't even realize for the longest time Staples is the one that sponsored it. I just thought it was
Yeah.
the Staples Center,
Staples
right?
Center,
Like,
yeah.
I've been an NBA fan like my whole life, and when I heard that got changed, I was like, that is so heartbreaking.
Well, yeah, I guess crypto.com bought them out. So it's just so weird.
Never heard of crypto. I've heard of the
No,
Staples Center
It's
though.
not even a cute name though. Like Staples was cute because it's big and red.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
got
know.
personality to it. I feel like now the crypto.com center, it's like a vault.
I know now. It sounds like some technician center. I don't know. It's gonna be so.
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
We'll see. I'm not gonna call it that. I'm always gonna call it Staples Center.
That's right. I'll call it the Staples Center with you.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Always.
Hashtag Staples Center, people.
I know. No crypto.com
No crypto.com. We don't have to get into crypto, and I don't want to get into crypto.
at all.
I don't know anything about it, so I don't have much to say. Oh man. Okay, next track. This one, I said Free is my favorite track, but when I was listening back to this one, like recently, I
Yeah.
realized that it made me feel like really cool. Like when I put it on, I was like, dude, if I walked in and this song was playing, I'm anywhere. Laundromat, club. Not that I've ever been to a laundromat.
Laundromat, I know.
If I walked into a laundromat though, and this is on, I'd be like,
It's a lit
damn,
laundromat.
good time to be doing my laundry right now.
Right,
Yeah, but like
true.
this one, do you know anything about Chicago juke music?
No, maybe I've probably listened to it. I just probably don't know the genre of it.
So you had some, it's not so popular anymore, but it's definitely like a staple, like a Chicago house genre.
Yeah.
And again, it's another futuristic club style track, but I thought it was really special, like just how I really felt like a feeling, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes music puts you into a mental space, and like
Yeah.
I really meant it. Like when I listened to this track again and I had like proper headphones on and stuff, I like kind of got teleported into a place that I hadn't been before, and I was not on drugs or anything. I was dead
Yeah.
sober, and
I was dead sober.
I mean, I went to a fucking laundromat, Taylor. I don't know. I went to a laundromat, as weird as that sounds, but this one again, so cool. And you did it with Baby J, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's Touch.
Touch. Yeah.
Yes.
Touch. Sorry, I didn't even said the name of the song. I was so deep in it right now.
I think you guys will get why I had that reaction. This one's called Touch by HoneyLuv and Baby J off Pop Gang Records.
Let Me Touch You is like, it's like very futuristic with a mix of, yeah, like you said, Chicago. And when I found the vocal, Let Me Touch You, I was like, oh, this is sexy. Because I like my music to be sexy. I like it to be, you know, gives like when you listen to you, like, oh, okay, I picture myself walking in this room and I'm just, you know, I'm the baddest thing in there. But yeah, Touch, it was just such a dope track when we started working on it. And we
Such
literally,
a dope track.
yeah.
Like it just makes you want to move. Like
Yeah.
anybody could like this track. And I feel like that's never going to be an intentional production style, like trying to make a track for everybody, because you never can.
Nope, you can't.
It's amazing to hear a song like that really brings something out of you and puts you in visceral. Like that's the word I'm looking for.
Visceral. That is a good word.
Visceral is a podcast host word, isn't it?
Yes. I was like, I know I heard that before, maybe.
Yeah, no. I think I haven't said that one too recently, but I try and use it sparingly, and I'll use it for Touch with Baby J.
Yeah, well, see, that's Jordan, the guy. They all with Pop Gang, so I was working with them for my first few tracks.
Damn, dude, Pop Gang's super legit.
Yeah, they are. They're literally amazing.
I saw you were doing some merch release. Like their website is like, it's obviously more than a label. Like they're a whole brand company, like entity.
Yeah. They definitely are. They're into everything. That's why all these guys are legit. Like they're amazing.
Smart. Shout out Pop Gang.
Shout out Pop Gang.
Shout out Pop Gang. Okay, second to last one here. Pain, straight bopper.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
Oh, I know you guys are gonna love this one. It's called Pain by HoneyLuv off Pop Gang Records.
I wanna feel the pain. 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 I wanna feel the pain.
Straight fucking bopper, dude. Like that's the fucking word. Last one was visceral. This one's a bopper. Another song you feel cool, but this one, you took this underground element with some new age production styles, like the FX were really, really creative. And I think it's easy to kind of follow the styles of most popular house labels, you know, the Repopulate Mars, the Defected, the Tool Rooms, right? Because they're doing it great. They're setting the standard. But I really heard a lot of creativity in this one. What were you inspired by when you're producing?
Basically, I wanted to do more of like a dark warehouse type of vibe of a song.
Yeah.
Like you're in Berlin, pumping dark, everyone's sweating.
Woo!
That's the vibe I wanted from it.
I'm sweating. Fuck yeah.
And I love like the deep, like soulful vocals that we had put on there from I think we just found a sample, because I always love that. Like that's so fire to me. Definitely need this in there.
Yes, that's a great track to play live too.
Yes.
I just put it on my USB and I really didn't need that. I'm not just saying that, okay?
No, you're good.
It's on there. It's on. I might just play a HoneyLuv cover set here.
Trust.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'll have be a nice, everyone be ready to leave with someone, that's for sure.
Let's fucking go. That's one of the vibes, huh?
Yes, that is definitely the vibe. Sexy, sexy time.
Chicago, the city of love.
Yes. I like that.
Yeah. Great track though. Really like.
Oh, thank you.
Really, really cool. And again, like, I think it's so hard because you want to, well, at least when I'm in the studio, I want to go in and I want to make something different. And the fact is, the more that you try and like corner yourself with an idea, the less inspired you're going to be by it. And judging by your explanation, you just went in there like, I know what I want to do, but I'm not gonna go to that corner. Like I have the whole room to explore. You know what I mean?
That's very true. No, because I find myself doing that now. When I'm trying to make a track, I'm like, all right, let me make more like a techie, bassy house sound. It doesn't go that, and it literally always shifts back to like an old 90s mixed with the new school type of sound. I'm just like, I can't get out of it, but I love it. It does well.
It's awesome. Well, it's in the same room. I love that style for you.
Yes.
Sick. Okay, most recent release though. Paradise.
It's my favorite too.
All right, let's finish strong. This one's called Paradise by HoneyLuv and Hugo Cantarra featuring Omen on Thrive Music.
Hit the like and I'll be nice. I'll take you to paradise. You can be my only fan. Your DM won't be spam. Hit the like and I'll be nice. I'll take you to paradise. You can be my only fan. Your DM won't be spam. Hit the like and I'll be nice. I'll take you to paradise.
With Hugo Cantarra and Omen.
Yes, they're in Paris, I believe. Yes,
What? Everybody you're collaborating with is European, dude.
I love the Europe. I really do. I love the European.
They're much cooler than me. I won't speak for you. You're definitely cooler than me. Like, I get it. They're so fucking legit. They just get it in a way that a lot of Americans never will, especially when it comes to music. Because
They appreciate house music so much more than they do over here in America too.
they really do. And like, because I think they're raised on it. Music is their culture. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Like it's basically it's foundation of who they are as a lot of
Right.
Europeans. And also the style of dance music across Europe it's
It's crazy.
crazy.
Yep.
And I think you know this too. There's so many big European DJs that sell out 10,000 cap venues, but they have never played in America. And
Yeah.
I'll never understand that.
They don't appreciate as much as they do over there.
No, I think I do see a wave moving though across.
No, I do too. I do see finally, well, I don't know, because I'm just getting into the industry now, but I see it transitioning over to more of appreciation. I do see it.
Definitely.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely. And I do want to actually ask you about that too, just from your experience, like being booked at big festivals. I think it's pretty clear that, especially a company like Insomniac, which has so much power and leverage. I don't want to say power, but influence. You really see them booking up and comers like you, right? Who have this unique sound and are well deserved of that opportunity. And it's not just, they have the brand. So it's not about the, how many tickets are you going to sell and what have you done for me lately?
Yeah, nope, it's not like that at all.
So many of these damn promoters have in big cities in America. It's like, dude, I don't want to get into that. I'm an open format DJ here in Chicago. And if the manager comes around to me and says, hey, one of the guys here just bought $50,000 of bottles and he wants to hear Drake. And I'm like, dude, I'm knee deep in a techno set right now.
So annoying. I would be so annoyed.
I'm like, like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do?
That's so weird.
I know, it's so weird. Anyway, back to the good music.
Yes.
This track is so sick, and you released it on Thrive. Which, unbelievable music label. For those that don't know, they've had massive releases, most notably A-Craze Do It To It right now, which I just saw. We were talking about streams don't matter, but 100 million streams is insane.
That is insane.
Insane. And
but it's all because of R&B music.
It's true. Exactly. And I was talking about this with a recent guest too. House music needs tracks like that. We don't need the track, but like it really is bridging the gap between mainstream people who might like dance music, but don't want to go out to a house show, maybe because they don't have enough friends that go, or they've only listened on their friend's Bose speaker and passing, right? Like if that song will get somebody to go to a show, and A-Craze is a house DJ, dude, you know? So it's like, I'm happy for that. And I think it's good, and the industry needs that. So shout out to Thrive for doing things like that. Also Carry Us with LP Giobbi and Kalina Zanders.
Oh yeah.
LP. And I know you did some streams with her on Femhouse, right?
Yes.
So it's just great to see your music being released on this label that's obviously so open to new sounds and is really pushing dance music forward. So I just wanted to give a quick anecdote on that label, but this track is so sick. I mean, how did it all come together with this group?
Hugo, because he found me through Instagram, I believe.
Okay.
And he's like, oh, I would love to do some stuff with you. And I listened to his music, which is more like on the progressive side. And I'm like, I love all aspects of house. And I was like, okay, let's do it. I want to see how we can incorporate like my housey tech house sound with your progressive. So we literally got on a session, me, him, Omen, and we were working on it, I think for a few days. And then he was like, okay, I want you to come up with like some dark, sexy lyrics. I was like, oh, that's easy. Like that's
I do that in my sleep.
That's right up my alley. So I was like,
Yeah.
I want to do something like with OnlyFans. And so I just started writing. I even asked like one of my good friends like to help me because I was like kind of stuck on the last line. He was like, yeah, just say, take me to paradise. I was like, okay, that's sexy. So I wrote that down. And then when I sent it back to them, they was like, okay, this works. Because we were going to call the song OnlyFans, but I guess we changed it just so we wouldn't like offend anyone. But I didn't think anyone would be offended of calling it OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Like everyone appreciates OnlyFans.
It's true. I mean, I guess like maybe it's quote unquote more marketable, but
yes,
that really, that actually kind of wrapped it all up, didn't it? That
Yeah.
being the last line.
Yep. And so we just called it Paradise. And then once I recorded it, I was like, oh my God, this is perfect.
How's that one play live? I saw a video of you dropping it.
Oh, it's so sick because everyone's like, I don't know, it's crazy. People go crazy off of it. And they're all like singing along. I'm just like, oh my God.
What?
Yeah.
What's that like for you?
I don't know, it's surreal. Sometimes I'm just like, this is not real. It feels like a dream sometimes.
I mean, it kind of is. Sometimes.
I know it is. Because like I said, I didn't imagine things to move this quickly at all. Like I really thought I was about to be knee deep for like 5 years trying to get my name out there, which I was totally fine with. But it's just crazy how everything has, evolved.
I mean, it's great you're so humble about it though too. For
Yeah.
real. I mean, you're doing great things in music. Like more power to you.
True.
Right?
It's very true. Trying to make a way for more people like myself.
It didn't take me long even talking to you in this conversation, know that you were about the music, and that's important. That's important to me. And I know that's a lot important. It holds a lot of importance to music lovers out there.
Facts. No, I love music. It's literally got me through some tough times. So I know how important it is.
Right. That's right. So it's been a big year for you. We mentioned LPGOB and you mentioned a lot of these streams that you were doing. Before we go into the live shows, you did some stream channels with Desert Hearts, House Nation, Groove Cruise, Femme House.
Yes.
Looking back, I mean, how were these live streams for you? Because, I mean, you just started releasing music in 2021. Your first live shows were shortly after. Was it strange for you? Did you enjoy it? I always like asking everybody's perspective on the live streams.
Well, from live streams, I was against it at first. Yeah. This is so boring. And I like being around people when I'm playing music because I'm able to see people's reaction, able to see people dance.
It's hard to do a live stream if you're by yourself, especially.
True, but then once I got used to it, I'm like, okay, this could be fun because I'm just sitting there chatting with people in the chatting rooms.
Yeah.
Then we would do like little events for like Christmas or like for like a charity. So it became fun.
Yeah.
But then I was starting to like, but once the live show started coming in, I was like, all right, no more Twitch. Because I was just like, I'm over it. Because I was getting booked a lot more too. So I didn't have time to be on Twitch like that. But it was fun while it lasted for sure.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, it was obviously a great platform for a lot of artists, new and old. I feel like a lot of artists, I mean, even like yourself, really got that platform to be in front of massive audiences when it came down, right? And an engaged audience at that too.
True, because I played like my first, I think it was on Desert Hearts. They had over 10,000 people in the room. That was like my first big show, I guess.
That's insane. And Desert Heart fans are like the most, they're so diehard.
No, they really are. And they
really are.
I think the show had went on to like 3 a.m. or something. They were still a lot of people in there. Oh, Lord. It's preparing me.
They don't even leave if they're on their couch. Yeah.
No, there's no need to. They can just be in their room. And people were throwing like full-on parties because there'll be like washrooms. They're throwing like full-on parties in their places, like lights going on. They have on their outfits. It was really intense. Like I had never seen anything like this before. Like these people are really having a party in their home while they're watching you DJ on their TV.
That's amazing. I do have to give a shout out to Desert Hearts. I can't tell you how many DJs, especially from SoCal, that I've interviewed, that the reason they got into producing and house music was because of Desert Hearts and going to an event and the music that they play and the people that are there and the environment that's created. It's really, we need more Desert Hearts out there, but it's just great to see how much they've grown too.
Yes, it is. Because they were like really big time on Twitch too during quarantine.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that speaks volumes about house music too, and how it actually kind of translated to where we're at now in house music. A lot of those fans that maybe, like we talked about, were kind of halfway in, were just sitting there and enjoying it. And now they're like, oh, well, I was watching that during lockdown for 4 or 5 months. I'd like to go experience it live. So
yeah, it's true.
Seriously, I mean, Blondish was huge.
Yep.
She had a huge Twitch stream, Femhouse, all these other ones. So it's cool.
Yeah, no, I tell you, Twitch definitely helped for sure. With a lot, especially with females too, getting more females, noticed and on that platform.
Yes, absolutely. And we need more females out there because there's so many talented female producers and DJs.
Yep.
Much more talented than some of the guy DJs I know out there. You jackasses, get off the
stage. That's very true. And it's just, as I've been into the business, it's just like, for me, not seeing a lot of girls that look like myself, it's like they're out there, they're just not getting recognition. And like, that's basically what I've been, focusing on as well during this journey. It's just helping more girls that look like me get into these platforms, telling them what to do, like what helped me and stuff like that. Because I always have girls DM me all the time, like, oh my God, you're so dope. Like, it's just so inspiring to see what you're doing and all this other things. And I'm just like, yeah. And I literally was telling them, like, you need to do this, make sure you're doing that, because you have to put in the work too. You have to know that people have to take you serious if they're going to be investing into you.
Absolutely. That's humble advice. And I'm sure it's amazing when people go to shows and may not have known you and see this like powerful Black woman on stage crushing a house set with like her lyrics over the songs. I mean, you're a role model, dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, there's like, it's crazy because there's like so many girls that hit me up and like, or people just who literally discovered me from the show. They're like, oh my God, I'm so happy I was able to see your show. Like, now I'm a diehard fan. I literally had someone in San Francisco for the first time watch me. He's like, yeah, I went and bought a hoodie. I'm streaming all your stuff on
oh shit, let's go.
Like, oh, so this is lit.
Yeah.
He's like, this is my first time ever seeing you and I'm absolutely in love. I'm obsessed. I was like, yes.
That's awesome, Taylor. And you played all over the country this year too. You played at EDC Vegas, Black Book at the Brooklyn Mirage.
Yes.
I don't even know what to say about that. Both
That's
nights,
badass.
Hard Rock at the San Diego. I know how cool that venue is.
Yeah, Hard Rock was lit.
That's sick. Those people are wild out there. Day Trip, Echostage in DC, Exchange LA. I mean, you're already locked in for Lightning in a Bottle next year. So like 2022 is looking bright. What were some of your favorite shows from this year?
Definitely Brooklyn Mirage. That probably was like my number one.
Because the massive venue. Were you nervous?
Actually, I wasn't. I really wasn't. Honestly, I never get nervous when I'm DJing because I'm just I love it so much. It's like watch, like I'm confident in what I do. Mm-hmm. But it was a lot of people, and I didn't realize it was a lot of people until after the fact. I was like, oh my God.
I know the feeling. Yeah, I do know.
It was because the venue is so huge, and there was people literally front all the way to the back. It was packed, and I'm just like, wow. And my crazy behind is getting up on stage, dancing, and I would never do that, but I was just so in the moment and so in the zone. It was just so much fun.
Yeah. And New York is obviously such a
powerhouse
in the industry. And I feel like, especially Chris Lake, I could go on a tangent about Chris Lake every single podcast episode. Like, people forget about, or don't realize how long he's been in the game.
Yeah.
Long time. I listened to this great interview with him and Anna Luneau, and they met each other a long time. They have this track called Stomper. I don't know if you've heard that before.
No.
And he was just talking about, he's like, listen to that track and listen to what I'm making now. Like, you never really know what's going to happen. And I think nobody really remembers that he made Boneless with Tujamo and Steve Aoki, right?
I did it. Yeah. I didn't know that was him.
Yeah, right? So he's like an inspiration for me personally, because he's always kind of been trying to find his way with productions, and is the first to admit he wanted to give up a lot of times.
Yeah.
And now here he is legitimately one of the biggest DJs in the world that can sell out anywhere. And to break out in the house music market in the US and sell the Brooklyn Mirage 2 nights in a row. And
crazy.
I just did a tangent. I didn't mean to do that. But
no, it's all good. I honestly love Chris. I love Black Book. Definitely have some things in works.
Let's go.
But yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Black Book's great. And he's someone too, that I think it's great they put their label before their brand.
Yep.
Somebody like Lee Foss does that. I don't know if you know DJ Susan with Hood Politics.
Yeah, I know. I know him. I love him.
You know DJ Susan. Okay, all right.
Yes,
I think everybody knows
him.
DJ Susan.
He always shows me so much love every time he sees me. He's like a big teddy bear.
He is wild. I know.
Yes.
He's one of my favorite guys. I actually am doing A&R for Hood Politics these days.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, so I talk to him. I think I'm gonna call him first sometimes, but he seems to call me before I call him every time. I don't know. He's a wild guy.
Yeah,
but
he is.
He's always been like, the label will always have more potential and a bigger following and a greater impact, most importantly, because you could go to a label party and they could not release a lineup, and it doesn't matter to the fans because they know the experience and the music and the energy they're going to get. And I think that's what Chris Lake is doing such a great job of. Black Book.
Yep, I absolutely love Black Book, so I can't wait to see what we do in the future for sure.
That's awesome. That was a massive teaser right there, and I get chills.
Can't say much, still in the works.
Fair enough. So Brooklyn Mirage was one of the best shows.
Yes.
So, Taylor, we've kind of discussed this a few times, but it's pretty obvious that house music right now is I don't want to say commercialized, but it's definitely becoming more mainstream. Yep. And I think it's because a lot of pop music these days, specifically people like Dua Lipa and Lady Gaga, they're releasing a lot more dance-friendly tracks. Yep. Not that it really hasn't ever been at the forefront, but we see people like Chris Lake, Sonic Federa, Fisher, Lane 8, John Summit, Green Velvet, Nora En Pure. These people are taking over the U.S. dance market right now.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
I honestly don't. I'm super new to it all, so I'm still learning. I honestly don't know. Maybe people are.
I don't know either. I'm trying to ask this question every interview to find out.
But honestly, there's a lot of things that play a part of it. It's all about how your branding, what you like, how you portray yourself on these social media platforms.
Right.
And your team, honestly, and like when you're DJing, what your parties look like. And it's all about you, your brand, and how you carry yourself. That's what I've been learning. And so that's why everybody's like, oh, we want HoneyLuv because like she's dope, she dresses dope, because I'm a brand that's sellable. So a lot of these people have brands that are sellable.
Yeah.
Makes money.
Very true.
Yeah.
That is actually great perspective. That's probably the correct business answer, I would say. Yeah. I like that. One thing that I've kind of discovered from asking this question is, so I'm 29 years old, right? And I got into electronic music 2010, I think, around there, kind of right before Avicii blew up. That whole EDM boom happened and everyone was going to festivals and it was big room and it was progressive. And then trap came along and we're still going to festivals. We're partying really hard. This generation continues to move. Throughout time, we're all growing up. I don't know why rhythm became popular. Sorry to any rhythm fans out there. That is not music. I get it. If you like it, you do you, bro. But
never heard of rhythm. What is that?
Don't worry about it. Next question. But like we love the music, but there's like it's a lot to go out like that. We've mentioned this like 5 times, right? Yeah. Like it's a lot to go out and rage and jump and crack my neck and whatever the hell they say, like, but with dance music and house music specifically, and I say dance music because again, I don't think dubstep and stuff is dance music, but it's important to understand it plays a role in the community. Whatever. Stop. I got to stop talking about that.
Don't get me started with drumming.
Yeah. But you can go to Space Ibiza for 10 hours, walk out, still be alive, right? Like, and I think our taste has also evolved and you can dance to this shit, right? Like what we see that Insomniac does. I mean, EDC Vegas, the concept of it is crazy, right? Like goes in the middle of the night, but people are able to do it. And there's still a lot of big room and other types of producers, but a lot of people are at those house stages, right? And they're there the whole damn time, right? And you can dance to it. And I think that's played a huge role in a lot of these artists, like the Green Velvets, right? And Claude Von Schick. These guys are OGs and they have bigger crowds than ever before. And I think I think it's one of the main reasons, but it's true, right? Like the parties and the brands that these people have, again, Green Velvet and Claude Von Schick, great examples. Relief Records and Dirty Bird Records, people go because they know they're going to get that experience and that brand. They can wear the clothes and the merch and
it's all about the branding.
It's all about the branding.
Yep, it is. People want to be a part of something. They want to feel cool. They want to be a part of a club. And that's basically what you have to be able to sell.
But everyone's invited to dance music parties, right?
Yes.
Everyone in this house, we are all equal.
Yep, sure are.
I love that. Yeah, it's really cool right now, like sitting in this chair and talking to you, where we're at right now with house music. Like it's exciting. It's really
No, it really is.
Collaboration is on, like it's on anatomic levels. Like you never know who's going to come out with a collab with each other these days.
No. And I've been having a lot of them reaching out, but I've mostly been working with Europeans.
Hey, you know what? It's working for you though.
I love their sound. I love their parties, and I want to go to Europe. So I'm like, oh, this works.
What city would you live in Europe if you could?
Probably Spain.
Speak another language. You speak another language, don't you?
I speak Spanish, but very little.
Okay.
Enough. I can do the basic enough to get to where I need to go.
Present tense.
Yes.
Me too.
There you go. But yeah, I would love to live in Spain or Italy.
Spain. You been to Spain then?
Nope. I haven't been to Europe at all, but definitely next year we're going.
Oh my God, Taylor, you're never gonna come back.
Everyone keeps telling me that because I know I won't. Because I said after LA, I want to go somewhere over in Europe.
Europe's amazing. I mean, obviously from the people you've connected with, both like professionally and on a friendly level, they love their lives, and it's just amazing.
They do. Because I'm actually really close with Seth Troxler, and he was moved to Ibiza when he was young, and he never came back.
He moved to Ibiza when he was young? I need to interview that guy. That guy's got a story for sure.
Oh, that man. I love Seth. Because he's been in the music industry just as long as he's been alive, honestly.
He never came back?
Never came back. And he still lives in Ibiza now. Yep. I was like, see, that needs to be me.
I can see you doing that for sure. They got Wi-Fi there. I mean, that's all you need.
That's all I need. And good food, I'm set.
They got good food there too.
Yep, I'm a foodie, so I love to eat.
That's amazing. I love food. What's your favorite foreign food?
Actually, I love Thai food.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love Thai food.
Y'all got good Thai in LA.
Yeah, there's actually this really famous spot because it's like all these older Thai ladies, and it's very authentic. It's called Room Par. I used to go there literally every week. I had to slow down because I'm kind of shit, but the food is so good. I literally would crave it. I would have to go every week. That's how good it was.
I get some insane cravings for Mexican food here in Chicago. Like,
yep.
I can't. My favorite food, a Mexican breakfast burrito. You could steak burrito. You could wake me up in the middle of the night and give me a bite.
And you'll eat it.
I'd probably eat the whole thing. I wouldn't just take a bite.
I love it. I do love a good shrimp burrito. That's my weakness.
Shrimp burrito.
Yeah.
Shrimp taco, shrimp quesadilla, but never a burrito. It's all the same, I guess, right?
It is all the same. It's just how it's wrapped and how it looks.
Is that music though, right?
Yeah, literally. That's a good one. That's literally how it is.
Not bad. We all like our burritos and quesadillas and tacos in different forms, but hey man, it's all shrimp.
It's all shrimp. That's all that matters.
God damn. This has been an amazing interview. You are a fantastic person, Taylor.
Oh, thank you.
Congrats to you on everything, for real. Like,
oh no, thank you.
You're an inspiration to me. You're an inspiration to so many people out there, obviously. And your music is phenomenal. And goddamn, what can you tell us about 2022? You hinted the black.
Oh yeah, I have some. There's about it. I know there's.
Tell me. Something to nibble on.
Okay, I can give some festival drops. I actually do have a single coming out first week of February on Insomniac Records. It's like my first single for 2022. Let's go. It's a hot one too. It's definitely the sexy vibes. It's just elevating. But yeah, working with Insomniac really heavily because they were like the first to like really put me on and give me shows to play on. So it was only right that I, released some music on their record label.
Absolutely.
But playing EDC again.
In May?
I believe it's in May.
That's gonna be here tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, playing EDC again, Hard Summer, Beyond Wonderland, Electric Forest, which is in Michigan. That's gonna
I
be dope.
saw that, dude. Hell yes. That's gonna be dope. I've never been, and I know I'm gonna get shot at the stake for that shit because it's massive here in Chicago. So many people go, but good for you. That's a great crowd.
I've heard, so I'm super excited about that because everyone's been telling me, oh, the forest is actually magical. I was like, oh, see, this is my vibe.
Yeah, no, it's true. The Sherwood Forest, baby.
Yep.
Damn, maybe I'll go this year.
You should. Well, hopefully tickets aren't sold out because I did see something saying tickets were sold out. But I don't know if they have different
Sorry, I'll hit up Parker. He get me on this list.
But yeah, it's gonna be super fun. And then I think I have some shows with MK again, who I freaking love because that was like literally my person I looked up to in the house music scene because he's literally global.
You played a few shows with him?
Mm-hmm. And I have some more shows coming up. Actually, in January, I play with him again in Texas.
Oh, man, he's one of the most highly regarded guys in the industry on both sides, like as a DJ producer, but also as like an all-around good guy.
Yeah, he's amazing. I freaking love MK. So I'm happy to be able to be working with him again too. But
working with him? Was that a hint?
Oh no, not yet.
Oh.
Trust me, I'm in the works in it. I have to talk to his management, but his management loves me, so we'll see.
Good for you. That's awesome. Jeez,
yes.
2022 is looking pretty damn good right now.
Yes, it is, and hopefully it only gets better because I'm trying to get those Europe shows in there.
Yes, it's time to travel. That's
my management already said it's going to happen. So I'm like, say less.
It's definitely going to happen. Ride that wave, baby. Keep doing your thing.
Oh, I am just working it as much as I can because I'm also still in school too for music production. So.
Oh, where are you going?
Los Angeles Recording School.
Los Angeles. I have actually not heard of that.
Yeah, they have a film school, which is the most popular one, but they have like a subdivision for recording.
Oh, okay. Is it like similar to Icon Collective? Have you heard of that?
Yeah, it is, but Icon pretty much focuses on like house music and like Ableton, but this program, they do like every program. So I'm learning about Pro Tools, Logic,
Ableton. And it's like music theory, like it kind of
pretty much, but it's kind of helped. And plus the military is paying for it. So it's like, I might as well.
What? Let's go. Hell yeah, do it.
I was like, I might as well. It's free money.
Yes, take advantage of it.
I definitely am. So, but that's why I have literally my whole studio set up because literally the school gave me everything I needed and to pay for anything.
That's awesome.
I'm lucky.
Good for you. Higher learning. You always got to be trying to get better and better.
You do. Definitely do.
That's right. Always strive for perfection, but never try to be perfect, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
we dropped a lot of bombs this interview. I mean, walk into a laundromat and I'm hearing touch. That's for sure. That's a line. I wrote them down. Okay.
It could be a song, walk into the laundromat, hear touch.
Oh, there's a hip hop side of you. I like that. That's 2 bars you open up a freestyle with.
I know, for real. All poetry. That's all it is. It's just poetry.
That's right. Hell yeah. Taylor, thank you so much for taking the time. It has been so much fun getting to know you, and we're internet friends right now, but I can't wait to hang out in person.
I know it's gonna be a fun time. I'm very chill, but I like to have a little fun.
Me too. I know I'm a little talkative and a little bit,
Oh, you're good.
gregarious or whatever they say, but I just like connecting with people that love music and love what they're doing. That's what's most important to me.
Yep, good people with positive energy. That's all I'm about.
Good people with positive energy. We got to end on that note, baby.
Woo! Yes. Thank you so much for having me. This was fun. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. Thanks so much, HoneyLuv. We'll be in touch soon, and I can't wait for the people to hear this one. Man, do I love Sherm in the booth. Oh, hey, I think you do too. Hope you enjoyed that piece of content. If you're looking for more, make sure to go to my YouTube channel and hit that subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any upcoming Sherm in the Booth interviews, live sets, new music, exclusive artist interviews, Sherm's Word, sub-pack reviews, and more. This is your one-stop shop for everything entertainment. Cheers.